Let's get started with our first news. Kamaru Usman predicts Leon Edwards versus Sean Brady. Kamaru Usman, having fought Leon Edwards 3 times himself and losing to him twice, provides his insight on how he sees the matchup playing out. As someone who has been inside the octagon with Leon multiple times, Usman has first-hand experience of Edwards' fighting style, strengths, and weaknesses. He understands what it takes to compete at the highest level and how fighters adjust their game plans when facing different opponents. According to Usman, Sean Brady has a real chance of securing victory in this fight, primarily due to his dominant wrestling skills. He believes Brady will rely heavily on his wrestling to wear Leon down, similar to the approach Belal Muhammad used against him in their fight. The ability to control an opponent on the ground and dictate the pace is an essential tool in high-level MMA, and Usman sees Brady successfully using this strategy against Edwards. Usman said, I just mentioned, Henry, if Leon has completely changed his approach to the game of accepting the takedown and using the cage to get back up, if he's changed that approach, then I think I can see a world where Leon gets it done. But if he hasn't changed the approach, if he's going to approach it the same way he fought me, the same way he fought Belal Muhammad, I don't see where he gets it done here, because Sean Brady is just going to implement the exact same game plan. Usman pointed out that Sean Brady's ability to wrestle offensively is greater than Leon's ability to wrestle offensively. Wrestling has been a significant factor in many of Leon's past fights, especially when facing high-level grapplers. If Leon has not made significant adjustments to his takedown defense or his ability to counter strong wrestlers, he may struggle against Brady's relentless pressure. Sean Brady's going to implement that. Of course, hit us with the mixtures, the ups and downs, eventually get the takedown, ride out those takedowns, and that has proven to wear Leon out over time. So I see Sean Brady being able to pull this one out. If I had to pick, I would go with Sean Brady. And listen, this is no shade to Leon. I think Leon is extremely talented, and I think Leon has ways to win because Leon is no slouch on his back. Leon actually has pretty good jiu-jitsu. It's just that when you've got a heavy grappler, a wrestler on top of you, taking you down repeatedly, time and time again, it wears you out, and this hurts all those submission attempts. Moving on to our second news, ALEX PEREIRA versus MAGOMED ANKALAEV rematch. This fight is shaping up to be a major showdown in the light heavyweight division, and fans are eagerly waiting to see how things unfold. Recently, MAGOMED ANKALAEV revealed that he has been offered a fight date and has already accepted it. He took to Twitter to make the announcement, writing, "I have a date and I accept it already. I hope my opponent will accept it too. This time, there will be no 5 rounds. I don't get paid by the hour." This statement has left fans speculating whether the rematch will be a 3-round fight instead of a 5-rounder. Given how the first fight played out, it's clear that Ankalaev is eager to get back in the octagon and prove himself against Pereira. However, what's most interesting is ALEX Pereira's response. Shortly after Ankalaev's post, Pereira seemingly acknowledged the challenge by posting an Instagram story that read, "Boa Ali," which translates to "Let's go Ali." At the bottom of the image, he also included the word Shamba. While the meaning behind this is unclear, it's likely Pereira's way of hyping up the potential rematch. Adding to the excitement, ALEX Pereira has also confirmed that he has landed in London ahead of this weekend's UFC London event. This means he could be attending the fights in person, possibly to support other fighters or even make a public statement about his next move. Notably, other top names such as Jiri Prochazka and Tom Aspinall are also expected to be in attendance, making this an event fans won't want to miss. Now, the big question is, who wins the rematch? Can Magomed Ankalaev make the necessary adjustments and secure a victory this time? Or will ALEX Pereira once again prove why he's one of the most dangerous strikers in the division? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. In other news, the UFC has officially announced an Abu Dhabi Fight Night card set for July. However, this is not a pay-per-view event, meaning we're unlikely to see major title fights on this card. Instead, it's expected to be headlined by a rising contender, possibly Umar Nurmagomedov. Now, let's move on to another major update. Tom Aspinall may get a new opponent, and it might not be Jon Jones. The long-awaited clash between Tom Aspinall and Jon Jones has been a hot topic in the MMA world, but recent developments suggest that the fight might not happen as soon as fans had hoped. Aspinall himself has revealed that he has been assured multiple times by the UFC that the fight against Jon Jones will happen. However, with Jones recently stating that he would need 6 full months to prepare for Aspinall after the fight is officially booked, it now appears that the UFC might be considering a different plan. Tom Aspinall has confirmed that he has a meeting scheduled with the UFC next week to discuss possible alternative opponents in case the Jones fight gets delayed. He shared his perspective on the situation, saying, "I've been in the rooms with the UFC brass, Dana, Hunter, the rest of them, a few times, and they told me that it's happening. That's all I can go off. I'm the same as everybody else. I get tagged in articles on social media. I'm hearing rumors on the street, and the rest of it. The people who know are the UFC brass. Really, when I've sat down and spoken to them, they're confident it happens. I trust that it's going to happen if they're telling me that." Despite the UFC's reassurances, the uncertainty surrounding Jon Jones's recovery and training timeline has left Aspinall and his team in a difficult position. The English heavyweight has been eager to step into the octagon for a high-profile fight, and waiting indefinitely for Jones may not be the best option for his career. During an interview with Adam Catterall, Aspinall was directly asked if the UFC could decide to move in a different direction and match him up with a new opponent. To this, he responded, "Well, I've got a meeting about that next week, so I will let you know on that. For right now, we've got a meeting about it. I'll find out more then." This statement strongly suggests that the UFC is at least considering an alternative fight for Aspinall. The big question now is, if not Jon Jones, then who? Could it be Sergey Pavlovich, Cyril Gane, or another top contender in the heavyweight division? Fans are eagerly waiting to see what decision the UFC makes. What do you think should happen? Should Aspinall wait for Jones, or should he take on another fight in the meantime? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Next up, Bryce Mitchell says demons are no longer haunting his dreams. Bryce Mitchell is gearing up for his fight against Jon Silva at UFC 314 next month. However, in a bizarre turn of events earlier this week, Mitchell accused Silva of sending legions of demons to haunt his dreams. This claim sparked plenty of reactions from fans and fellow fighters alike. Today, Bryce provided an update on the situation, revealing that his prayers and those of his supporters had helped him overcome the issue. He took to Instagram to share the good news, posting a video with the caption, "Thank y'all for the prayers. It worked. The demons went back to hell, and my sleep has been great. Where I am weak, God is strong. Always pray and ask others to pray when you need it. Never hesitate." Fighter Sean Strickland even chimed in with a comment saying, "Let's go." In his video message, Bryce expressed deep gratitude to everyone who prayed for him, emphasizing how powerful their prayers had been. "I want to thank every last one of y'all that prayed for me the other day. God bless y'all. Thank you so much. The reason I don't ask for prayers more often like that is because it looks like I'm seeking attention, and that's just not what it is. I just really needed it. I was feeling a heavy demonic presence." Mitchell also addressed those who mocked him, making it clear that he wasn't dealing with anxiety or mental health issues. He was literally battling demons in his dreams. "I don't need therapy. I don't have anxiety. I'm telling you, these dreams are demonic. That's what I was going through, and the prayers helped. I'm telling you, instantly, right after I posted the video, I felt like the Holy Spirit just lifted me up." He went on to emphasize the importance of faith and prayer, encouraging others to never be ashamed of asking for prayers when needed. Prayer is our #1 tool. The scripture and the prayer, so you gotta have both of them. So arm yourselves, and don't ever be ashamed to ask him, especially if you need it. Before wrapping up, Bryce showed off his new t-shirt, which features an image of a man wrestling a demon with the words, "We wrestle not against flesh and blood." He ended with a message for his critics. "If you made fun of me, I feel bad for you because you will be judged, but I hold no hate in my heart. God bless you all." Now let's move on to another big news. Leon Edwards was injured in his fight against Belal Muhammad. Leon Edwards is determined to bounce back stronger after his recent unanimous decision loss to Belal Muhammad. While he is now focused on defeating Sean Brady at UFC London, Edwards has also set his sights on avenging his loss to Belal and reclaiming his position at the top of the welterweight division. Reflecting on his fight with Muhammad, Leon admitted that he wasn't at his best that night. In a revealing statement, Edwards shared that not only was he forced to compete at an unusual 5 a.m. fight time, but he was also dealing with an injury leading up to the fight. Speaking about his mindset and preparation, Leon stated, "It's been good. I feel like it's just given me the opportunity to give back to the UK. From the last fight, I went down. Camp went good. My body's feeling good. Mentally, I'm good. I'm excited to go out there and perform for the fans." However, he acknowledged that losing after nearly a decade of dominance was a tough pill to swallow. Before his fight with Belal, Leon had remained undefeated for almost 10 years. Despite the narrow defeat, he remains optimistic and has taken time to regroup and analyze where things went wrong. "Just letting it sit with me for a little bit. I haven't lost a fight for almost almost 10 years. Even though it was a close fight, he won 3 rounds, I won 2 rounds. Just everything, the circumstances around the fight and everything within the fight, just letting it sit with me for a little bit. Gathering my thoughts with my team, regrouping, and coming again. Edwards also opened up about not feeling like himself inside the octagon that night. It's difficult to say because I just didn't feel myself in there. I was fighting at 5 a.m. in the morning, coming into the fight with injuries. It was difficult to take good or bad away from the fight. Obviously I lost. There's stuff I could have done better technically. I've gone over it with my team, spoken about it, drilled it, so I know where it went wrong. Looking ahead to his fight against Sean Brady, Edwards is confident that his experience and skill set will prove too much for his opponent. I feel like I'm a veteran now. I've seen a lot in the UFC, fought many styles. I think he's never faced anyone at my level or seen any style like me before. I've seen his style time and time again, so yeah, I think he's in for a shock night. Next up, Ilia Topuria says he will fight with a new identity. As most of you already know, Ilia Topuria is officially moving up to the lightweight division and will be relinquishing his UFC featherweight title in the process. This marks the beginning of a new chapter in his career, as he looks to make an impact in a stacked 155-pound division. Currently, Topuria does not have a fight scheduled, but his name has already been thrown into discussions regarding the lightweight title picture. There were early rumors that Ilia could receive an immediate title shot against reigning champion Islam Makhachev, given his undefeated record and dominant performances in the featherweight division. However, it seems that Islam's camp has shut down that possibility, at least for now. A member of Makhachev's team recently stated that the champion is firm in his stance that Topuria must first prove himself at lightweight before earning a shot at the title. This means that Ilia will likely have to face a top-ranked contender before he can challenge for UFC gold in his new weight class. Despite this, Topuria remains as confident as ever. While he hasn't confirmed who his first opponent at lightweight will be, he has made it clear that he is fully embracing this transition. Today, Ilia made an interesting statement, revealing that he will be fighting under a new identity as he embarks on this next stage of his career. He posted on social media, "El Matador has been my ally in every fight, but next time I'll step into the octagon with a new identity. New era." This cryptic message has left fans speculating. What does Topuria mean by a new identity? Some believe he may be planning to drop his nickname El Matador, while others think this could signal a shift in his fighting style or mindset. Regardless, one thing is certain, Ilia Topuria is ready to make a statement at lightweight. With his explosive striking, high-level grappling, and fearless attitude, he has all the tools to be a serious contender in the division. The lightweight division is already one of the most competitive in the UFC, featuring elite fighters like Charles Oliveira, Justin Gaethje, Dustin Poirier, Arman Tsarukyan, and of course, Islam Makhachev. If Topuria can defeat a top-ranked opponent in his debut, he could quickly catapult himself into title contention. So, what do you think? Will Ilia Topuria succeed in his move to lightweight? Who should he fight first? Let us know in the comments below.